I've got the owner of a Mustang here with me today. Tell us your name. Tell us where you're from.
Tony Panicelli from Sicklerville, New Jersey.
This is a really nice Mustang you've got here. Mustang's got to be one of America's all-time most popular hot rods.
I would think so. I mean, I've had many Mustangs, and this one here I bought brand new in 2003.
I'm seeing the Cobra on the front, and you open the hood, and I see the supercharger on top.
It was the first year for this body style to have a supercharged engine, and from now on, that seems to be what Ford is doing, is supercharging all their motors in their Mustangs nowadays.
Now, there's some options as far as like pulleys and like raising the boost and that sort of thing. Have you modified this any?
This has a 6-pound lower pulley, and it has a custom tune from JLP Engineering, and it's been converted over to an automatic where they all came 6-speed, and I decided to put it automatic so it's easier at the drag strip on parts.
Okay, a lot of guys for the fun factor were adding the third pedal. You took the third pedal out.
Yes, it's a lot easier on the rear end of these cars. They don't like that much horsepower that these cars can produce.
Now you're talking about taking it to the drag strip. Have you taken it down the strip yet?
Yes, I've had it drag strip a few times, and best time as of today would be 11.4.
11.4, that's a really good time. Drag radials, drag slicks?
Drag radials, totally street legal, emission legal. It looks like it came off the showroom floor, but once you hit the track, it doesn't. It shows you something different.
That's pretty cool, running 11s with the air conditioning and the CD player playing.
I came here with the AC on all the way down, and it runs like a champ.
That's really great. Now, this is a Cobra. There was other editions this year, same, right?
There was a 10th anniversary edition where you could get special interior, but I opted for the low-key color because Mustangs are pretty much target for the authorities out there.
Well, I'm sure you never speed on the road anyway, especially with taking it to the track. I thank you very much for bringing it out and showing it to us today.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. We're at Delsey Drive-In in Vineland, New Jersey, and this is CrazyForCars.com TV. I've got an owner of a car here that was like vintage drive-in back in the day. We've talked to some that have been before the drive-in and some have been after the drive-in. This was like prime car to have during the drive-in days. I've got the owner here. What's your name?
John Thompson.
John, tell us a little bit about the car.
Well, I bought it back in '93. It was pretty much all together, but then through the years I changed the paint color to candy apple red at one time. Then I went back to black and added the graphics. I built the engine. It's a Pontiac 400, bored 60 over with 871 BDS blower. It's running 12% underdrive. And run two Holley 650s with vacuum secondaries, turbo 400 with the original his-her shifter in it.
Oh, wow. Now, the his-her shifter, I know what that is, but why don't you explain that for the folks that are home or listening to these terms?
All right. Well, when you bought this car back in '67 and your wife went to the grocery market, you had a little gate, a little slide gate on the shifter, and you would pull it down, and it would lock out the one side of the shift console so that she could only go from park, reverse, neutral, and drive. But when Daddy got home and he wanted to go out with the boys and jump on it, he would open the gate, and then he could manually shift low, second, and drive.
Now, the folks like local back home that know me would be laughing right now saying, Steve's not going to put up with that. My wife's quite the hot rodder, and she would be flipping it the other way, would be his and hers, the opposite of what you're saying. That's really neat. How long? You said you had the car for a while, and you've painted it a couple of different times. What was the original color on the car?
The original color of the car was a cream. It was called Montego Cream was the original. It was like a little bit of an off-white to the yellow.
Okay. Now, and I've seen there's different generations of these. Now, this has the 4 headlights. The generation after this had just the single on each side, right?
No, the all the way through they had the dual headlights. They just went sideways in '68.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's correct. That's correct. I screwed up. Can we put the hood down and let the camera guy get a shot of everything? Now that blower sticking up through the hood or the air cleaner sticking up through the hood, that's got to make it tough to see a little bit.
Yeah, but you drive her long enough, you get judging corners and turns. But you know, you don't turn too many times. You're supposed to go straight.
This is true. Now, the last guy I talked to, we were talking to a Mustang, and he's headed down the track. Do you track this at all?
No, it's strictly for the shows and take it out on Saturday nights for a good time.
Judging from the size of the tires out back, it looks like you wouldn't have any problem taking it to the track.
No. I have some Mickey Thompsons. They're the 31 by 18 5s.
Well, this is a great-looking car. Thanks for talking to us today, and thanks for bringing it out and showing it to us.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.